What is up YouTube, IDM here, and welcome back to another dope app review. While we wait for iOS 15 beta to download and install, I figured I would cover another application for you guys. Now if you guys want to discover more dope app reviews that I've done, check out the playlist link down in the description. But as I patiently wait for the beta here, I'm going to review Carrot Weather for you guys because this is one of the coolest weather applications you can get. Now I do want to mention that it is kind of a premium application, so there is a subscription with it, but you really do get a lot of features in a weather app with this app. It's pretty incredible and it's super customizable as well. So I'm not going to go too crazy with this because I could spend an hour on this app, honestly, with how customizable it is. So I'm just going to briefly show you guys some of the customization and some of the really cool features that you do have with Carrot. So when you come into the app, first off, you just have the normal my weather kind of section here. As you can see, this is my current location. It shows me the current temperature and a bunch of other useful information. We have our next 24 hours. We have the next 8 days. We have some useful cards here. And then here is a little brief view of the radar that is current. Now, like I said, this is completely customizable, and before we get into customizing it, you can share this with people if you want. So if you want to share the weather, you can do that easily. And then you do have source swapping here and an AR mode and time machine, which is pretty cool. So you can change your source. As you can see, you can use dark sky, AccuWeather, meteor group, so on and so forth. So if you don't want to use dark sky, you could use something else if you find other sources more reliable. AR mode is pretty cool. I'm not going to demo that here in this video, but basically you can use your device as like an AR kind of thing, and it'll put like a weather Oculus sensor with information. It's really quite cool. So I'd recommend you guys to play with that if you've never seen that. And then Time Machine lets you change the date if you want to see weather of a location at a set date. I thought that was really neat. But we have our, basically this is just kind of the overview, and this whole page is customizable, and this is where it gets real crazy. So if we go into the customize layout at the bottom here, you can really break this down and make it look crazy. So you do have my layouts here. So as you can see, I can switch between different layouts depending on how I want it to look. And this is just an idea of the endless possibilities of this application. As you can see, these are just what they look like. So you can choose from those. You can customize it yourself. I've done that a bit. So here is the current observations. So you have that view there. You have landscape or weather or plain or even just text if you want it really simple looking. You have your data down here, so you can have actual temperature or feels like. You have data points. This is completely customizable as well. As you can see, you got your 3 data points, and you can change those between any of these. So if you want to use different data points like visibility or cloud cover, you can swap those out. So pretty crazy. And you have display summary, you have spoken summary. That's one thing to watch out with this application. It can be a little bit inappropriate, so just be careful with this application. When they do the speech stuff, it's pretty damn funny, but it can be rather inappropriate. So just be warned, if you guys get this application, it can say some inappropriate stuff, and that's what makes this app so quirky. You have your hourly forecast. As you can see, this is how I have mine set up as a horizontal chart. You can do a vertical chart. You can do a horizontal stack, a vertical stack. You can really get crazy with this. And then you have your data points and all of that as well. And that's basically how the layout works. You can go through, you have a footer here, so you can hide the footer if you don't want it there. I think there was something for ads as well. You can add a section here. So if you want even more sections to your layout, you can add any of these. As you can see, there's even a fake banner ad, which is pretty cool. I want someone gone. So there's a lot of quirky things with this app, and that's why I really like it. But in a nutshell, you can customize the living crap out of this app, which I really do like. And what's cool is when you're on this first page here, you can click on these sections as well and get more information about it. As you can see, this is what I get when I click on that section. the next 24 hours. As you can see, that really kind of breaks it down to give you more info. You have a daily option there as well. And then there's the next 8 days. So the 8-day forecast, it breaks down each day individually. So if you guys want more information about like Sunday or something like that, you can view it by clicking on it. And the same goes for all of this. You have your moon phases. It's just insane how much info is in this this application. It's pretty amazing. As you can see, you get wind information and all that. So a ton of customization with this. Of course, you have your locations here, so you can favorite locations, you can search locations, you can edit this by clicking the edit button there, of course. So you can search and then you can favorite it. And then you have your caret button down here. So this is the Oculus sensor. This has been in every caret weather application, and there's always something funny about it. So if you click on it, it does nothing except for it just gives you little phrases and says things to you as you click it. Nothing will ever be enough. Like I said, this weather app has a lot of personality, and I think that's what makes it so fun, because usually weather applications are pretty boring and there's not much to it. And Caret does a great job in spicing it up and actually making a weather app really fun to have. And in this section, this is kind of like its own mini game within the app. So you have missions here. And basically, when you go into a mission, as you can see, current mission, find a cracked bell. So you have to find a cracked bell. And the way you do that is you can navigate across the entire globe here, and tap on the screen will scan the area. And as you can see, there is no signal. Now, I don't know where this is. I would assume it's somewhere over maybe by Boston or something like that. If I click here, I'm just guessing a faint signal. So now we have a faint signal. I have no clue where this is. Maybe it's in Philadelphia. That sounds about right. And there we go. As you can see, as you get closer to the location, the signal becomes stronger. Now, I'm not sure what or where this is. Signal 1740. And basically you use your signal. So there we go. We got a little less of a signal. So let's go maybe north and see what that does. So it got stronger, and then you just kind of find your way to the hidden location basically. And the signal will get much stronger as you get closer to it. So that's the missions. That's basically how it works. And there are a ton of them to find. I've only done 14 out of 82, just to give you an idea. So along with the missions, you also have a load of achievements for the app as well. Like experiencing certain weather conditions and stuff like that. There's some pretty cool achievements that you can earn within the app. And this is what I'm talking about. I just think this really brings some fun and some excitement to a weather app that is normally very boring. You also have high scores. I thought that this was an awesome addition. So the highest temperature you have experienced, the lowest temperature you have experienced, wind speed, UV index, air quality, and then you do have statistics at the bottom there. So that's the Caret section. And then of course you do have your map section, and this is full on customizable as well. So you have your layers here. These are the current layers that I'm using. As you can see, there's radar, cloud cover, satellite, storm cells, wildfires, lightning strikes, active warnings. There's a bunch. So there's a bunch of different types of layers you can add to the current radar. Of course, as you can see, you have your information. It's just a radar. I'm sure most of you know that. This is kind of a video of the current movement of the weather and clouds and everything, so you can see where it is heading and how it's moving. Of course, you can share this as well with the share button there. So if you want to share the weather, you can do that. And it's really well done. I just like the way the radar is done on this. And then you do have your settings section where there's a bunch of more stuff. So you do have your premium stuff here. Like I said, this is subscription based, to be expected with an app like this, that you get that many features. You have your general section here. I'm not going to go through all the settings because there is quite a bit, but you can, edit units and all your normal kind of settings in a weather app. You have your source, of course. Like I mentioned at the beginning, you have notification controls. So if there's an active warning, Of course, you will get a notification. There is widgets as well, and I really do like the Carrot widgets. I use them all the time. So this is one of the widgets here, and here's another one there. That's a widget that people ask me about all the time. The weather widgets from Carrot look really freaking good. And then you have an Apple Watch counterpart, so you can have the Carrot on your Apple Watch if you want to check weather. Your layout editor, like I showed you guys, edit the layout to however you want, save layouts, etc. You have display options here, so you can adjust the font sizing and all that. You can change the app icon. Love apps that do this. A ton of icons to choose from. Just a ton. I love apps that let you change the icon. And then you just have your normal about, tip jar, and rate Carrot. So that's basically Carrot in a nutshell there. Very, very cool application, very in-depth, totally customizable, and one hell of a dope app. But anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to discover more dope apps, check out the playlist link down in the description. This has been Jeremy, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Later.